Well, I'd like to shift our focus and talk about a more promising topic, even though what we're going to talk about is not going to be very promising right now. But I'd like to shift our focus and talk some Cavs here. Like I said, here in a few minutes here, I'm going to switch us over to Drew, where he's going to give us a breakdown of what he saw firsthand, the experience that he had at the actual stadium there, and just the personal experience of watching how gassed some of our players looked. Because, I mean, I know we could see it from TV land, but it's different when you're there and you can keep your eyes on somebody and watch them the whole time and just realize, like, this guy is doing way too much right now. And that's something, we kind of talked about that early on. Like, how are the rotations in the playoffs going to look once they started? Would they change from series to series? And they didn't really seem to change much, but it seems that I don't know what they're doing with Garland right now. I don't know if he's actually hurt or if they were just riding that. I mean, they played really good basketball in Miami those last two games without him.
Yeah.
I mean, one was a 50-point blowout.
Yeah.
So I don't know do you ride that hot hand going into the next series and say, let's just rest him as much as we can, and did that bite you in the butt? I honestly, I don't have an answer for what happened, but
I don't either. But my take is that if this were a closeout game or a game 7, he would have played.
Yeah.
But I think he's certainly nursing an injury, and those toes are, as much starting and stopping, and, the way that he plays in general, that can't be a comfortable thing. He's been practicing and shooting, but it's been a no contact type deal, I guess. And, I think you're probably right, though. I think they probably were like, you know what, we've been doing great without him. Let's let him rest.
This isn't their last series. We've got more to go. So,
but to your point, we were like, gassed is putting it very nicely, And when we talked about those rotations a couple episodes ago, we talked about having the depth that some of these other teams we wouldn't be facing had. And, last night we played 9 people. The Pacers played 11.
Yeah.
Our bench was, other than Ty Jerome, our bench was overall, at least statistically, point-wise, they were ineffective. Dean Wade was a goose egg, 16 minutes. DeAndre Hunter played 30 minutes, 11 points. Now, I will say he was a plus 7 point differential. So when he was on the court, he made a defensive difference.
Which is helpful.